Hey guys, John Loxa here, back with our blind playthrough of Subnautica Below Zero Early Access Demo version. It's not really a demo, but that's what I've heard. I've heard it's basically about it's like supposedly a couple hours long. It's about as long as the demo. If you're back after watching the first episode, welcome back. I know I tend to ramble a bit, so hopefully you found it. Well, if you're back, you found it interesting enough to watch a little bit more of this one, so thank you. It's... I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. I'm going to have to think about this quite a bit, because just already, we've essentially seen... Oh, that was interesting. What kind of layered in there. I bet we started facing north. So it's kind of interesting that we already started in a base. Like, there's already a base. And, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't want to make any judgments yet. You know? I'm going to assume these things are friendly. They're clearly alien. Oh, that I did not expect. I mean, well, it's clear. It looks like an eye. I gotta say, the design so far, it doesn't feel like Subnautica. I mean, the designs are great. I love... This looks amazing. The Vesper station in the air, that's pretty cool. The weather... By the way, good job on the weather system. I know that was something they were thinking about implementing. Thunder, lightning, and stuff. Yeah, just all of this. I mean, it looks good. Mostly. There's definitely some shadows and textures and still pop in and that sort of thing. Hopefully they fix that. But, it's, yeah, because before... Like, it doesn't, before Subnautica... You were immediately put into the action. It was like, you have to survive now, here you go. This, where's the survival? I don't know, I'm sure we're gonna get there. There's probably gonna be some sort of accident or something. But it's just weird having a base to start in. Like, I expected we'd start on the Vesper. And there'd be some sort of accident that would cut us off. This looks great. It's like melted ice. Or, melted and then refrozen ice. Man, there was something else. Also, the whole alien research thing, right? Like, the primary site was clearly the area in the original Subnautica. That was the area with the cannon. That was the area with the abandoned research facilities, or the... I realize they have other sites, and that's fine, but the whole point was you could disable the cannon. Like, if you landed here, you were hosed. If you landed in the Arctic or anywhere outside of that crater, you were done. That was it. Because everything was dead at that point. So it's just a little weird. Like, one of the logs that we picked up said that this was the primary alien research facility, and I just don't buy that. The green ice looks cool. suitably alien. We're gonna go this way because it's probably not the way we're supposed to go. But yeah, I just don't buy that this is the primary alien research facility. That doesn't make any sense. And also, the map size. When I saw it was a, another 2 by 2 kilometer area, I was kind of disappointed. Intercom, microscope or something. More cargo cubes. A little bit disappointing just because I wanted... Can I click on the coffee? No.
Access denied.
Why?
Further efforts will be denied forcefully. Concede, Robin Hood.
How'd you know my name? I come in peace. Sam, the building just powered up. It spoke to me.
Are you safe? It's never done that before.
I'm fine. No sign of Jeffries.
I've got an electrical storm on the sensors.
I think it's already here.
That cabin isn't stable. I want you to get back to...
Sam? Damn it!
Presumably get back to base. I will say the thunder crack. I'm listening in with earbuds right now. That was amazing. It was surround. Like it wasn't from straight ahead. It was like from behind and above and around. That was good work, sound designer. I will concede that you did a good job on that. I'm not convinced. Not convinced. Not especially not after the great job the first guy did. So, Alien Research Site 0. During the occupation of 4546B, the mysterious race of spacefaring aliens were referred to as the Almanac. Okay. Selected a number of sites around the planet. Actually, you know what? That's an okay name. Because it's not... an almanac contains knowledge, right? So that's fine. And it's, not, it's not a descriptor, if that makes sense. It's a noun. Like, races are like Terran. It describes you come from Terra. This is just straight up almanac. It's not of something else. It just straight up is. I am not making my point, but I don't know how to explain it. So, Almanac, kind of a cool name. At first I was like, eh. Then I'm like, you know what? I changed my mind on that one. Okay. Right. Selected a number of sites around the planet at which to build their vast facilities. While the focus of their mission was to save their kind from the bacterium, was the Emperor specimen contained at the primary containment facility. Their other installations served a variety of precautionary and support roles. Research Site 0, unknown alien facility. Right. I'm sorry, I was just rethinking about that. It's like, yeah, but the whole point was... Never mind. The whole point was the Emperor specimen, not everything else. Sector 0 contains a number of now familiar alien sanctuaries. The alien facility in close proximity to the main research station remains one of the few whose purpose we have yet to discover. This will be the focus of our endeavors in 0 Sector. What we know, frozen beneath the ice hundreds of years ago, the facility... Hundreds of years? Okay. The facility lays dormant to this day. We have progressed only through the first force field, gaining access to the antechamber where a combination lock of a type we don't understand prevents further exploration. Whatever is inside is protected more thoroughly than anything else we have encountered. Okay. You're talking about that room? That's as far as they've gotten? Okay, I don't have the tablet. Also, there is a code. this is the combination lock they're talking about? I guess. Then why would this be here? Anyway, let's head back. No sign of Jeffries. There's an electrical storm. And the facility spoke. Who knows? You know, that was never really addressed. They were, I mean, I assume it's possibly an alien, right? Okay, fair enough. So, the base you started with is no longer accessible. And that's it. So we go up, I suppose. This is weird. Because it all looks like the same stuff. I mean, maybe it's supposed to be water. It's hard to say. I don't know. This feels like the tutorial area. But I don't think it is. Okay. I cannot go forward, or I can't move actually at all. That was weird. And I still can't move. I wonder if I fell through the floor a little bit. I really hope they did fix the collision detection, because all of a sudden just falling through the floor of my Cyclops, that's not good. I'm surprised that didn't hurt. Okay, it's not yellow snow. I just don't know why. Like, that's what I thought it was at first. I was like, what? There's the Vesper. So, okay. Here's something interesting, right? Before, in Subnautica, you had to navigate using the Aurora. It would be awesome if the Vesper served some kind of similar purpose. But, given, I don't know, things so far. Oh. Avalanche. Okay, yep, the base is gone. Well, there you go. Crisis complete. I don't know what that thing is. Yeah, okay. What is that thing floating in the air right there? Okay. So it's ice. I'd rather have it be scales of a giant turtle, but no, apparently not. Oh, okay. That's, you can go through the ice. Okay, fair enough. You met my expectations so far. And I still have no oxygen. So this
Your environment is no longer safe. and your PDA has rebooted in emergency mode. Be advised, high wind speeds will cause lethal exposure in 4 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, that's a little bit silly. Your PDA has rebooted in emergency mode. Come on. I feel like that's one of those, like, yeah, okay. It just doesn't feel believable. It's like, yes, it's an emergency, but it wasn't a problem before when I was walking around, you know? Okay, Arctic Survival Guide. Employees working on the surface in cold weather climates are advised to take additional precautions for their safety. By the way, I don't see a timer. I'm wondering if there's an actual, like, behind-the-scenes timer. That, oh, we have health and stuff now. Okay. Are advised to take additional precautions for their safety. High winds can result in rapid onset of hypothermia. Keep an eye out for natural shelter or restorative hot springs. You never know how long you'll be away from home base. Remember to pack a lunch. A toasty hot beverage always feels good when working in sub-zero conditions. Yeah, that was something they were considering, was the thermal thing. It's a challenge, though, because, I mean, you already have 4 things to manage. So, you know, how many more are you going to have? You don't want it to be too cluttered. Always just... I'm going to sneeze. Whoa. Wow, excuse me. Always dressed appropriately for the mission. Investing in an Altera cold suit is certain to pay dividends where your survival is concerned. Remember, when in doubt, don't go out. Okay, start here. If you are reading this, you have survived the emergency evacuation of a station equipped with Altera technology, and your PDA has rebooted in emergency mode. This operating system will help you continue to survive by monitoring your temperature and vital signs and issuing advice. Survival checklist. Retreat to a safe environment. Administer first aid if required. Broadcast distress signal. Retrieve emergency supplies if available. Survey the environment for threats and resources. Find or construct reliable habitat. Construct necessary survival equipment using the habitat's fabricator. Locate other survivors using line of sight or the radio. Maintain physical and psychological health until rescue. Your personal and work files have been encrypted, may be retrieved at a later date by a licensed engineer. So I guess that was the communication beacon. Right, so now they can't communicate with us or the surface or whatever. Okay. Well, let's dive. So, I mean, even though there's, like, I have life and, you know, hunger and thirst and all that stuff, that's a potential threat. I'm gonna avoid that thing. Because presumably we just have to keep swimming until we find, another
Oxygen.
point to surface. Okay, so now that I've hit this point, I'm gonna go see what that thing is. Let's go touch it and see if we can get eaten. Yeah, I really hope they fix the pop-in issue. I know there was replenished oxygen from plant. Oh. Oxygen plant depleted. Well, that's okay. And I assume it's going to take... it's like the brain coral. It'll take a minute and then... Let's watch it for a second, though. See how long it actually takes. Will it probably take... Oh, that's actually not... Takes, what, 30 seconds? That's okay. I mean... I don't know. It does feel really unpolished.
Robin, come in.
I copy. I'm out in open water.
No.
Stay where you are. I'm sending a rescue shuttle.
No, I'm okay. I just need shelter.
Fine, I'm sending a temporary habitat instead. Look up.
Thank you, Sam.
Call me when you get there.
Okay, yeah, it did mention ground to, or air to ground rockets. So, I think we're actually supposed to be a little bit farther. I'm in open water. No, not really. I guess now we are. Okay, yeah, this looks pretty open. Okay, parachute, got it. Vesper, check. Yep, so we have some fishes. The bladderfish. We have the grav trap fragment. Okay, so it doesn't actually make sense that there would be a grav trap fragment there. I mean, well, okay, you could say it's from the Aurora. But, pick up boomerang, yeah, okay. Okay, we're in the twisty bridges. That's kind of a cool thing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so... Oh, there it is. Okay. That's probably the door on the other side, the little fabricator. That's interesting. That's probably new. Solar panels. That's kind of neat. It is literally a temporary habitat or whatever. And now you have fiber mesh.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay, there's the...
Sam, I'm at the habitat. Any word on Jeffries?
Nothing yet.
And the facility? It said my name. I need to know why.
I know. Make something to eat. Get equipped. I'll have answers by then.
Will do.
Get equipped with what? The fiber mesh? Emergency blueprints. It didn't say I have a new thing, right? Oh, fiber mesh, creep vine. Yeah, I would expect to have all of these things. We have the license, after all, for the basic stuff. And storage is empty. You'd also think an emergency habitat would have, like, a little bed or something. Okay. Obviously no animation for entering or exiting yet. That's fine. I'm not super, concerned about that.
New creature discovered.
There you go. Arctic Peeper. Also,
New creature discovered.
I have a feeling the new creature discovered voice is going to be changed, right? Because the PDA voice that we heard, PD environment is no longer safe. This was a different voice.
Your environment is no longer safe, and your PDA has rebooted in emergency mode. Be advised, high wind speeds will cause lethal exposure in 4 minutes.
I mean, maybe it's the same person. It's different. It sounds different. That's it. So in the meantime, we don't have a power thing. Cooked Arctic peeper, cold and spongy. Oh, I didn't read what it said. Probably cold and spongy. Okay, get equipped, and... what is that over there? Is that anything? Okay, well there's the penguins or whatever they are. So... oh, that must be the tunnel they talked about drilling. The one that we swam through so that the penguins could... whatever. Yeah, okay. This is weird also, right? Like, it's so bright up here. Like, it's daytime. And yet it's just so dark. Like, it feels like nighttime underneath. It's odd. Right, because you... well, I guess we'll swim around for a bit. The, in the first one, and I'm going to be saying that a lot, I feel, the whole point was the safe shallows. You start in a... even though something terrible has happened, you have a safe area to explore from, or safe-ish. So, well, limestone, I guess. Copper ore, okay. Whereas this does not look... it doesn't look safe at all. It's like...
Oxygen.
oh yeah. Can't forget that. I don't know, I'm trying not to complain a whole lot, but it just feels different. Okay, now we have the beacon manager and the blueprints. Before we did not. So... right. I wonder what the end of this is. Titanium, titanium, copper, and those are probably... no, I expected these to be like acid mushrooms, or the equivalent. But I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that the Twisty Bridges area does not look safe. It looks threatening. And, okay, that's supposed to be a rabbit ray, presumably. Right? Okay, well, let's grab a couple creepvine samples first. Maybe they're hostile, I don't know. Or we can't, because... okay, sea glide fragment. Yep, I get that.
Oxygen.
Oh, okay. This does block our progress. The stuff before it did not, so I was kind of surprised. I expected we'd go through that. Okay, quartz. I hear something that doesn't sound good. I heard something that sounded menacing. Okay, resources. Okay. Equipment, oxygen tank. So we need the knife. Silicone rubber. So silicone rubber, you need the creepvine. Creepvine seed cluster. Red stuff though, so... right, that's why we have the bladderfish.
New creature discovered.
I was like, I don't need oxygen. That shows... well... I guess how long it's been? I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I've had to use bladderfish for water. Let's put it that way.
New creature discovered.
Alright, boomerang. Okay.
Oxygen.
Yep. Keep forgetting that too. And that's the other thing, right? Like, I would expect... I don't know what the deal is with the shadow on the glass. You would definitely expect a... you know, almost a totally different ecosystem. I get that there'd be the same animals and stuff, especially since apparently everything else died on the planet. That sounds weird. The drinking, that was weird. Like, can we do another take? Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad we have a generic eating sound, but I'm gonna have to make that noise now when I drink water. Like, we want you to make a sound like you're drinking water, but don't sound horrible. I don't know. How do you... Who knows?
Oxygen.
Okay, well, we've eaten. We swim under the twisty bridge. But... Right, I need to head that direction, see if I can find some creepvine seeds. Okay, and there's I guess, the biter. The Arctic version of the biter. And I'm guessing we can't surface. Okay, that is interesting. I'm glad they put that mechanic in. It's like an actual... I mean, because that's what you'd expect, right? You don't want to get trapped under the ice. That's the whole point. That's interesting. What is that over there? And what is this weird pustule thing on the bottom? Unknown. Okay. Now, creepvine seeds. Yes. Get a couple.
Acquired. Oxygen.
Because we'll probably need fins as well. Okay, floating a bit above the surface, but, you know, it's fine. The original Subnautica had problems with the pod, the survival pod. It would drift. Which, at first, I thought was intentional. And I was like, that is terrifying and genius. But then I realized it was just a bug. Okay, so, survival knife. Will she do the standard flip around animation? Yes. Good to know that weapons are toys. Also, we need fins. Okay, flashlight, battery. Silicone rubber. Okay, well, good to know we have fins now. Right, okay, time to hear more of the water noise. Okay. I'm gonna be quiet, hang on. Okay, maybe that wasn't as bad as I first made it out to be. Also time for food. Cold and spongy. Good to know your food can still go over 100. That's helpful. Okay, so now... I mean, we just need to make stuff. We need to make an oxygen tank. If we can. Fiber mesh. Well, okay, right. Now we can get creep-fed samples times 2. Right. So 2 creep-fed samples. Also, yeah, there's no first aid kit thing on here, is there? Flashlight. We do have glass. Well, let's go get creep-fed samples. This feels about the same as the first one. Okay, that thing's a fish.
New blueprint acquired.
Yep, I know.
Oxygen.
Oxygen. Is it weird that they just have temporary habitats? Like, I understand the whole life pod thing, but temporary habitat is kind of weird. Okay, oxygen tank. Adding essential blueprints.
New blueprint acquired.
I get the beacon because of that, and the Pathfinder tool.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Robin, the boss wants a sit rep.
I'm cold, I lost all my gear, and I'm no wiser to what's going on. But I'm alive.
I can't authorize another drop. Hold on. There's an emergency cache. Hasn't been touched since the scouts landed 6 months ago. Could be useful.
Send me the coords.
On your HUD.
Okay, I mean, maybe that should show up after we have a little conversation. Just saying. I mean, that's going to be... I'm sure that'll polish, right? Like, because before, when Subnautica first launched or whatever, you couldn't have... you couldn't turn off these signals. Also, it makes sense that they put it as orange instead of blue, because the water seems to be darker. But yeah, so you'd get to the, you know, the space beam, or the sunbeam getting shot down, and you'd have like 14 different signals on your thing. Right, so what do I need for the battery? It didn't say, did it? Ribbon plant. Okay, I've seen those. Ribbon plant times 2 and copper ore. Okay, not copper wire. Then again, I think that's what... Okay, yeah, I think it was copper ore in the first one as well. So let's do that. I wonder if I can just harvest these or if I need the knife. Oh, well, okay then. And I thought I saw a... Maybe I'm hallucinating. I thought there was like another little limestone deposit. So any of you guys have the problem where you play a sequel and you automatically hate it because it's not the first game? Oh, I need another battery. I caught myself hating... Oh, I need 2 more... Oh, okay, yeah. That's fine. Let's, guess a flashlight, then. You know what? Let's do scanner. And why can I scan the fabricator exactly? Searching. No self-scan ability. Good to know. Yeah, I was gonna say, it doesn't make any sense that I can scan that already. Or that I can scan it, because it's in my, thing. And I assume those flashes are the lightning. I thought it was the game glitching out before. But yeah, I caught myself doing that with, like, Dark Souls the first time I played it, as opposed to Demon Souls. Like, the first time I played Dark Souls, I hated it. Because it wasn't Demon Souls. It wasn't the same game. And I'm trying to be... Wait, what the heck? Oh, I thought that was like some kind of, I don't know, radar beacon or something. And so I'm trying not to do the same thing with this. I realize it's not the same. You know, I get that. I'm hoping it'll be just as good. You know, the intro did not have the same punch that... Oh, here we go. That, the first one did. Which... NC generic ribbon. Okay. That's probably a placeholder, guess. Yeah, I mean... Not, yeah, not the same level of... Whatever, it's like... You know, wander around... a base... Go to some area... There's an electrical storm... Go back, watch your base get taken out. It's like... That's not the same. That's like, whoa, I missed that. Rather than, hey, I'm in a freaking pod out of a blown up spacecraft, you know? Oh, hang on a second, I need to take a drink. Oh, wow. It's not my throat. My throat's kind of... It's not raw, but it's, I don't know. Ah, man, allergies. I'm like allergic to every plant. Ever. Anywhere. Alright, well let's head to the supply cache. Well, let's see if this thing is friendly or not. Pinnacurid. I would say yes. Oh yeah, we didn't check out the thingy. You know, the lightning looks okay. It's lightning. It's a weather thing that they haven't, you know, they didn't have the weather before, so it's fine. I know they're going to do like a placeholder. Or, I mean, I'm sorry, that probably is the placeholder. They did the, there was a whole update in the previous one where they upgraded all the graphics and everything, and I'm sure they're going to do the same this time around. Intelligent and curious creature which hunts and forages below the waterline but returns to the surface to breathe. Eats small fish, may be hand-fed, shows taming potential. Assessment friendly. Why do you tame this creature? NC generic ribbon. Yep, it's a placeholder. It's not fully fleshed out yet. In the meantime, let's oh yeah, you can see me eating over there. Meantime, let's make ourselves a flashlight. Okay. All right. So we need a... We're gonna need water at some point, but I think we can just swim there. Yeah, I don't know, this, it feels weird, right? The whole more contact thing feels weird, like you're not... Alright, you. Well, I guess we'll scan the grab trap. 1 out of 2. It'll give us a way to catch fish, I suppose. Man, for lightning, maybe that is a glitch. I mean, there's a lot of lightning, sure, but I don't know. It just looks weird. Okay. That's a little bit claustrophobic right here. Salt. Cool. Okay. Let's get the oxygen. Hard edges right there, but, you know, I get it. It's fine. Okay, some sort of alien monolith, maybe. Precursor technology. I mean, it's a stone block. Data downloads precursor bounty. What? Okay, let's go to the surface. Scan this weird, giant, looks like a sunfish. Titan holefish. Nope, not the... Oh, there's the penguin. Penguin. Yep. A Titan holefish. Do they have Titan other fish? What about a Titan Reaper Leviathan? Wouldn't that be something? Alright. A large docile herbivore which emits oxygen and is defended by the small aggressive symbiotes which accompany them. Slow, stupid, and delicious. That's weird. Because we can't pick it up. Do I attack it? Complex gills line the inside of the hole, drawing cold water in and emitting warm, oxygen-rich water in its place. Attracts symbiotes which make the holefish their home, and fiercely ward off any approaching life form. Migrates more or less at random, feeding from nutrients deposited by the symbiotes. The Titan holefish has evolved entirely beyond basic survival mechanisms like speed, intelligence, or hunting. It exists in a semi-permanent state of unreflective calm, swimming forward on impulse, fully trusting the complex ecosystem which supports it. Assessment: valuable oxygen source if you can reach it. So presumably, it's gonna emit bubbles or something. And, oh, by the way, we have to look at that precursor stuff. And, I guess if you get near it, little things jump out and attack you. Is that how that's supposed to work? Gain rewards for precursor technology. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't necessarily want a collector thing. You know? Where's the stash? This? High capacity O2 tank.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay, what do I need for that? Man, I don't know why my allergies just decided to act up all of a sudden. Silver, glass, and titanium. So silver is the big one. Well, I got the supply. I guess I trigger the next thing when I, Also, these things are everywhere. Why can't I pick one up? You know what I mean? You could pick up light sticks in the first one. Okay, a giant hole. Gain rewards for precursor tech. What does that mean? Salts.
30 seconds.
Yep, we're out of here. And roots or something? Got it. Gain rewards. What does that mean? Okay. So I assume it'll do the same thing. Yep, 2 titanium. The sounds are different a little bit. I assume that's going to change. Or continue, rather. If I had to guess, I would say most, if not all, the sounds are going to become different. If I had to wager, I'd say the current soundtrack, all the sounds, they're all probably placeholders. They're probably all going to change to something different. I mean, maybe. Maybe not. Oh, there's quite a few Titan holefish, aren't there? Let's see if we can scan this thing. Also, it feels very... follow the quest marker. You know? Penguin, bird-like creature, hunts small fish below the water, huddles in packs on the ice above, consumes small prey fish and regurgitates them for its young. Retractable, detachable, luminescent tail for fast evasion of predators. That's cool. That's cool. I want to see this. Sharp teeth concealed inside the beak are defensive, used to tear chunks out of aggressors. Huddles in packs on the surface for protection against the cold. I mean, that makes... Yes, you probably don't need to say that because it was implied by above here, but that's fine. Assessment, less cuddly than they look. Interesting. I'm going to be honest, I do want to see what they do. I want to see where... You know, how the game evolves and what the final outcome is. But right now... Ooh, watch out, Jack. Jack almost fell off the back of the chair. Right now it doesn't feel... You know, the first one was very open. You know, it kind of gave you... How to put it? It was, 2 glass. Okay. It was like, okay, go here. And that's how they got you to different biomes. it was not necessarily oh, I gotta stop because I already went past my time. It was not I'm just gonna finish my thought and then we'll end. It was not necessarily a Skyrim thing where it's quest marker here like they just did in this game. It was more go here and you'll find something good. It was like a breadcrumb. It wasn't go here for, like, I didn't expect the second oxygen tank, and I suspect that'll change, right? But what I did expect, to be honest, was more like a couple things of water, a couple things of food, nutrient blocks, a first aid, couple first aid packs, like a survival supplies, maybe think about if you were a scout, what would you put on the surface as like emergency supplies? And that's the type of thing you would expect, not blueprints. But that's just me. I'm gonna go get some water after this. I don't know why my allergies are acting up. It's kind of annoying. Man, we're gonna keep going. I want to see where this goes so far. And then maybe we'll do creative mode and kind of explore the world a little bit. I'm expecting it to be kind of empty, but we'll see. So thank you guys so much for your time and attention. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy this. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this. Man, I don't know why my throat doesn't want to close off, but it's definitely a little irritated at me. So what is your guys' unique positive moment for today? Mine is actually work, which sounds kind of weird. It was I actually got a lunch today, despite how busy it was. So that was actually really, really good. I was expecting to not be able to eat, but I was able to. So hopefully your guys' unique positive moment is just as good as mine, if not better. Hopefully better. And I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, guys, take care.